Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to European Universalis 4 with me, your host, Luckymarine, where we're going to have a look at the Japan update. All the let's fill uncolonized land with countries and call it an update. Which, I mean, looking at the silver lining, I suppose it's best that it came out on a free update and not just a buy this DLC and we'll give you the Philippines. I don't know, might be just being a little bit too critical there. I don't know. There's been a few extra people chucked in here, which I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like. I think Chibas might be. I don't recognise that one either. I should have really looked all of this. Usegi was already out there. I think they had an extra province. Well, they started with an extra province. I should have had the patch notes out in front of me before I started this. Yeah, Ando is either a new one or they've got this province here. They never used to have. Japan never used to be on Ainu itself. I hope. Toki, that looks new-ish. I don't recognise the flag. So yeah, there's been bits and pieces in Japan that have properly changed. I don't know, you'd have to go into the patch notes to properly see what's going on there. My interest, because I've already done a Japan playthrough, I wasn't really looking into it that much. My gaze was averted down to the Philippines, where we've got a few extra. No, there's no one here. I think Sulu pops out here about 5 years into the game, 2 years into the game, something like that. Sulu suddenly appears. No. This is start. You can start a Sulu now. Since when was that? I'm in 1444, aren't I? Yes. Sulu used to suddenly appear randomly. Not randomly, like 5 years into the game, 10 years into the game, something like that. Sulu would suddenly appear on, well, the island of Sulu, just here. But it looks like you can start as them now. I wonder what. Oh, guaranteed by Brunei. So they've plopped them out at the start, and they've given them an interaction with a current country. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense then. No. I seem to remember. What game was it? I think I was playing this Tenet or something, and I'd taken up most of all of this, and I was quite powerful, quite strong. Decided to take Sulu out, but he ended up with like 10 troops on his island with like a 5-6 general, and I must have wasted about 50,000 troops trying to land them onto his 10 stack with his god general. Irks me to this day. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards, away from Sulu, but not too far away because we're going to be here. New countries. A hodgepodge of religion, really. Got Mahayana here. I think it goes to Animist a little bit further down. I think we've got some Hindu, and then it's back to Animist, and finally some Hindu as well. Lose on ideas for 1, 2, 3. 3 there. Right, so these 3 up here have the lose on ideas, which are, oh my word, yearly naval tradition +1. Yeah, great. Goods produced modified +10 is not bad. Although in this area of the world, I'd say trade was better. Although with the stuff you are producing in this area of the world, like spices, I suppose. Yeah, you could probably make a decent profit out of that. Morale of navies +20%. It's anything to do. It's still anything to do with navies is it's terrible. For want of a better word, it's terrible. So that's the lose on ideas. These 3 countries, what do you link it with? You look like mega navy orientated. So, what the hell is that? Pangasinan is, that sounded a little bit racist there, is barangay state. Naval maintenance modifier minus 20% of every single ship that you've got, which isn't alright. It isn't bad. Means that your massive trade fleet cost 20% less. Plus your heavies cost 20% less as well. Send maintenance minus 10. So that's directly saving some money. Of all the naval modifiers you can get, the saving money is at least, it's alright. Attrition for enemies is always good. Ship trade power, good in this area. Tolerance of heathens, +2. Tolerance of heathens, +2. Interesting. Although, I've not played as this religion very often. I don't know what their tolerance, or their starting tolerance of their heathens is, or what the heathens are capable of doing. Like in Europe. Oh no, I'm thinking heretics, aren't I? So for Catholic, Protestant would be a heresy, as would be Reformed, as would Orthodox. They'd be heresies, and heathens would be Sunnis and what have you. Yeah, that's quite good actually. Yearly naval tradition decay of -1%. I don't care. I don't care. No one cares. Advice cost -10 is alright if you're on the threshold of you can only just afford that next level advisor. Just allows you to accrue a few more monarch points. And a production efficiency of +10%. Good to produce modifier +10%. Production efficiency. Let it work well. Tondo, I think it is. Tondo, you've got exactly the same ideas as the other guy. Exactly the same ideas, exactly the same idea set. But you're a different country. And you're both tributaries. Who thought that this was a good idea? I know, let's release an update and have three countries with the same idea set and the same, actually, they dig a hole for themselves, don't they? It's so easy to criticize this. All they would have needed to do, right, one team sort this out, one team sort this out, one team sort this out, and their ideas, etc, etc. Liaise with the teams that are making the other countries, and yeah, make them a little bit different. Similar, but a little bit different from each other. At least something. I think I had the same issue with quite a few of the provinces in the Netherlands. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it turns out there's like 4 of one. Are you the same? Yeah. Nassau is the same as well. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 provinces, six different countries all in this area with just the same ideas. They're lining themselves up for like a DLC that will give these guys different ideas, or I don't know, just something. It can't be that hard to shuffle the ideas around a little bit, just so it looks different. I don't know. Anyway, Madjas. What do you get? Madjas ideas, which is naval. Oh my word! Naval leader maneuver, sailor maintenance, and naval leader fire. No one cares about naval ideas, ever. And what do you get to go along with that? Idea cost -10%. Alright, we'll start strong. Morale of navies +15%. Blanket, outright, morale of navies +15%. So when you get declared on, your giant trade fleet gets into trouble, at least they're going to fight a little bit harder. Dev cost minus 10%. Naval leader shock, get away. Yearly prestige, not bad. Stability cost modifier, it's alright. I mean, coming from Mayo and taxes, where the you can't just click stability up anymore. This has jumped out at me as brilliant, but I'm back in normal EU4 now, and it's not. And ship durability is up by plus 5%, which stacks well with the morale of navies. Morale will keep you in a fight longer. Discipline will do more damage. So, yeah, quite a seafaring. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be seafaring nations. What about Cebu? Do like the flag. Do like that flag. Galley combat ability plus 20%. Now there are inland waters around here. In a few areas, you just have to go searching for them. So if you can tempt the enemy into those areas, then maybe spamming galleys won't be a bad thing there. Goods produced modified plus 10%. Global trade power plus 10%. Once you've got all the ideas. Okay. Morale of armies plus 10%. Fairly good. Yield legitimacy, it's alright. It's alright when you need it, but when you don't, it's one of those ideas that isn't utilised. Yielding Navy tradition, again, this is one of the ideas that is utilised all the time, because it's always there. You never really have 100% Navy tradition. So this is always working. It's shit, but it's always working. This, you get 100 and then you don't use it again for 30 odd years or something. This is usually always working as well. I like the ideas that are always working, that are constantly there, as opposed to the ones that hit a max of 100 in something and then stop. Monthly autonomy change is nice. Embargo efficiency, privateer efficiency. Now the privateer efficiency, usually, that shit, that's what you're doing, it's crap. But being this close to Ming, if you can privateer the Mingish nodes, Canton not so much. Hangzhou is usually mega rich. Beijing a little bit. Nippon not so much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Hanzhou, Canton maybe, and Malacca. If you can privateer those nodes, that would probably, and you made it your goal to go privateering instead of trading, you probably bring in quite a decent amount. Plus you've got Bengal just around the corner. It's interesting. Institution spread plus 10%. I don't think we're going to have much trouble with institution spread, he says. I know a lot of them originate in Europe. However, Ming usually is there or thereabouts in terms of institutions. They usually buy them up pretty quickly, so I don't know how useful this would be. When you're in the middle, when you're like here, this is kind of the no man's land of the institutions. Like there's a gap like here, and everything in the middle is just a no man's land of institutions. Obviously, of course, all of this and all this down here, but you've got the European Enlightenment heartland, and then you've got Ming, who could just buy all the institutions they want whenever they want. Yeah, that cost minus 10%. Yeah, okay. At least it's on the right end. By the time you've got to these ideas at the end, you've got a little bit of money sloshing around, so development is and can be a thing. Mindanao? It's our first animist? No. Manila. was an animist country as well. Maguindanao? I don't know. But they have Mindanao Traditions Infantry Combat Ability plus 10%. Which with the new military system is tempting. Yield Navy Tradition Decay -1. I don't care about Navy Tradition. I really don't. I don't. When an army's fighting another army, I'll go through and I'll look at the roles and I'll analyse what tactics they have, what tactics we have, what morale they have, what morale we have. If there's a disparity in tactics and discipline and morale, I'll look a little bit deeper and see where it is and where it's come from. Also the terrain and bits and pieces like that, and I'll break it down. When there's a ship fight, I'm just like, oh, it's a ship fight. And I move on and do other things. Because the whole ship fighting thing isn't... there's not enough to look at, to be honest. There's yeah, I don't know if that made any sense. And National Manpower Modified plus 10%, it's alright, yeah. Yeah, once you've got to the end of all your ideas, so you probably mid-game, maybe 2/3. An extra 10% National Manpower Modifier, that'd be nice. Torrents of Heathens, I think we've had that before. No, we had Torrents of Heretics, did we not? Nope, Torrents of Heathens. So they share that. Okay, fair enough. I suppose being animist. And if you want to expand, you're expanding into Hindu. Yeah. Although all the islands apart from Cebu are animist. National Tax Modifier of plus 10%, not bad. Because Produce Modifier plus 10%, okay. Naval Maintenance Modifier minus 20%. Again, one of the better ones in terms of naval. You're saving money. Fort Defense plus 20%. Fairly good, I'll take that. Morale of Armies plus 10%. And Embargo Efficiency and Privateer Efficiency plus 25%. These look quite good ideas, actually. They do. They look alright. 21 development from 2 provinces as well. And then we've got Boutan. Boutan? Something like that. With the Bhutanish ideas of trade efficiency plus 10%, light ship cost minus 20%, so the giant trade fleets that you've got are going to be 20% cheaper. Domestic trade power after all of it is plus 10%, but by that time you'd like to think that you were, especially in this area of the world, that you'd be relying a little bit more on trade income. What? Domestic trade power. Did I misread that. Bonus idea for having all Bhutan ideas. Domestic trade power plus 10%. What did I think that said? What did I think that said? I have no idea. It's been a long day. It's been a long day already. Well, it was a long night. Currently helping a mate out in... or have been helping a mate out in the bar industry, and it's a bit of a hectic time of year, and so the part-time thing that I was meant to be doing has now turned full-time for the next couple of weeks. Oh, work tonight is going to be horrific. It's Christmas Eve tonight, and it's going to be mad. But anyway, let's see. Diplo relations of +1, global trade power of +10, domestic trade power +10. Global trade power +10. Okay. An extra merchant. Very nice for this area of the world. Although, saying that, what game did we play over here? It might have been Japan where we struggled to use our merchants. just because a lot of the trade here gets dragged out. Can we see the? No, it's just going to show us the trade regions. But a lot of the trade here gets dragged overland, or it generally gets dragged that way. I'd like to see more influence being able to being exerted on trade lanes. So if you have a massive amount of power here, I'd like to see maybe lanes change over time. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, back to what we were looking at. Diplo reputation +1, provincial trade power modifier +10. Okay. Heavy ship combat ability +10%, and an extra diplomat. Probably at the point where you need it, actually, when you start getting a little bit bigger. Maybe get a couple of vassals under your belt. So who do we choose? Who do we choose, and what's our long-term goal? My gut is telling me this guy. He looks good, but my brain is telling me Boutan. And then do silly things with Boutan. We're not far away from Australia. Alright, so as Maguindano, I'd want to eat as much as I can in this region. Send this into, I think, what's the formable country in this area? Malagasy or something. Something like that. I don't know. We'll find out when we get in the game. But yeah, I'd want to eat all of this. Turn it all animist and then sweep through here. Take out TBARW. Yeah. However, in the back of my mind is something that I've been wanting to do on the channel for a long time, which is start as a one province miner around this region, get to Australia, move our capital to Australia, island hop to the Americas, and take out the Americas. Because we will have moved our capital to Australia, we will not form colonial nations. So every single province taken in South America will be ours, which means that we, with this and this, should be able to directly rival Ming in terms of power. I say taking out South America, but it's just anything in the Americas. But obviously with the island chains being down here, you usually kind of touch land around there. You do have the Galapagos, which extends your range a little bit further, but I think we'll go for that. I think we will go for that. Now, the reason why I'm going to pick Boutan for that and not Maguindano, I can't wait until I've eaten this person, I don't have to say his name anymore, is because you have to have your capital isolated before you can move your capital anywhere else. So if we had Maguindano, we'd have to give away one of these provinces, something that wasn't our capital. I imagine this is going to be that capital. So we'd have to give Lano away, or release it as a vassal, or vassalize Boutan and fob them off with Luano. So we became isolated, and only then we'll be able to transfer our capital over to a new world province, and then probably start the integration of Boutan, get our development back, which is a bit of a risky strategy because usually the stuff down here, it's not well developed. especially when you've first colonized it, and you're giving away big chunks of development to your vassal, who, depending on the enemies that you made around you, they may get their independence guaranteed by likes of Kutai, Brunei. At that point, things are going to look a little bit dicey for you. So yeah, that's why I thought Boutan first, just so that we don't have to go through the rigmarole of giving away land. Though saying that, 6 development, 21 development. My first moves would be to try take out my Mindanao if we were to start as Boutan. My Mindanao, turn him into a vassal, but I don't think he'd stay loyal. We'd have to probably take Lanao off them, actually. If we won this fight in the initial stage of the game, we could take Lanao and vassalize Mindanao at the same time. But it would mean that we'd be able to return Lanao at a later date, and he'd accept it when we were ready to jump to Australia's. Plus, he's got decent ideas for keeping vassals. You've got the extra diplomatic relations, the Diplo rep. You've got the extra diplomat right at the end. Beyond that, it's trading and vassals, basically, with Boutan. So that is what we're going to do. That is going to be the plan. Anyway, I did say that I was going to do it with Tito once upon a time, back in the day, just because with them Moluccan ideas, not with the Moluccan ideas, they used to get an extra colonist. Has that changed? That -2 to unrest is brilliant. But yeah, they used to get an extra colonist somewhere in these ideas, somewhere along here. They used to get an extra. You could stack like 4 colonists with Tito or Tenet or Tito, either or. They're both essentially the clone of each other. Anyway. But yeah, that's going to be the plan. I am going to limit these videos. No, we haven't even started yet. I do apologise. I'm going to have to put a disclaimer in this video saying it's just the waffling setup. I'm going to limit these videos to about 25-30 minutes. Back to 25-30 minutes. Far cry from the main attacks is hour-long videos. Which is a good job that they were an hour, because I think we got up to 97th video and most of them were an hour and a bit long. So it'd have been the never-ending series. We'd have been up to the 300th video or something if I'd have stuck to half-hour videos. Anyway, I've been Luckymarine. You, as always, have been amazing. Merry Christmas. I should have probably said that at the beginning of the episode, but yeah, this is I'm going to make sure that this comes out on Christmas Day, so there's at least something to watch. Hope you all have a brilliant day. Hope you all eat lots and get ill, and Santa brings you all the things that you want, or you just go out and buy them yourself because you can adult properly. Anyway, till next time, till the next episode, do take care.